I am defining business turnaround to be where if no remedial actions were taken, the company's performance would deteriorate to such a point that recovery would be impossible. So the underlying message is that the sooner we start to make the changes, the better the chances of survival will be. Looking at some of the reasons for a business decline, and these are just some examples. We all know that most companies face a crisis at some point in their life, and managing any business has its risks and can be a continual battle. Imagine the scenario. You've lost sales, you've let some staff go, you're under pressure from the bank, or likely to be so. Cash is very, very tight. You may have invested personally. It may be a family business. You need to find new customers, and the future is uncertain. So looking at the various examples, gradual decline to me is the most typical, and is caused by a number of factors, including changes in the marketplace, lack of demand for the company's products, or the products themselves becoming outdated. Sometimes there's a lack of change, and sometimes we see complacency in the management team. Sudden decline, and this is typical in today's COVID climate, but otherwise it could be caused by a bad debt. It could be that customers have simply gone elsewhere. It may be changes in legislation. It could even be the loss of a key member of staff, which is something that is quite common in a family business. Overtrading is where a company is growing very, very quickly, but does not have the working capital to support that growth, and can soon run out of cash if it's not being paid quickly enough, or if lead times are particularly long. It can typically affect entrepreneurial companies in very high growth sectors, who will often take on more debt to support growth, or sometimes use invoice discounting. Mediocre performance, sometimes referred to as zombie companies, is where the company just about manages to survive month to month, makes some profits one month, a loss the next month. It's always struggling for cash, but is reluctant to change, and eventually it does run out of cash. So I'd like to talk about the life cycle of a business. My personal view is that most companies do go through a typical